Scott Wells with the MagicWordPodcast.com, and I'm here live with Andi Gladwin. Hey there, Andy.
Hello, Facebook. Hello, everywhere else.
Yes, that's right. Well, we're trying this again. This is the second time we tried something a little bit earlier yesterday, and so this gives you an opportunity then to sign on and take a look then now. So I'm talking with Andy, direct from the UK.
Literally direct. Just got in. Yeah.
Did you really? Mm-hmm. So do you live in London, or what part of...
I live like 2 hours away from London. I moved away from London a few years ago to start family, and we moved into the country, so it's much nicer.
So you don't have a flat anymore. You're kind of out in the...
Exactly. We actually have room to move now.
Oh, that's nice. Do you have a dog and everything? I mean, you kind of...
Two cats.
What are their names?
Suki and Lizzie.
Well, what's Suki?
I don't know. My wife. My wife's the cat lady.
Well, it's the same with me. You know, when I got married, a cat came with a deal.
Yep, pretty much.
Okay. We had a Siamese cat, and they kind of stuck around for a while. So you've been in charge also of the session for a while, and tell me something about what's going on with that and what actually it is.
Well, the session is a convention I started in my hometown. We actually started it in an old people's home, and there were like 60 people. That was 12 years ago now. And then it's grown and grown, and now it's so big that the only place in the UK to really have it is London. So it's right next to Heathrow Airport. It's pretty much in the Heathrow Airport property, so it's amazing.
So you can fly in, and you got a hotel right there.
You land. If you're flying from New York, say, it's 6 hours door to door. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And then you just get there, and the convention starts immediately. So it's much nicer. It used to be that you'd have to travel for 2, maybe 3 hours from the airport.
Rent a car or do something.
Yeah,
so now
it was a pain. Now you're there. There's driverless cars that takes you from the airport to the hotel, so it's really cool.
It's like a little shuttle there. Now, how many years have they been doing the session?
I think it's 12 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long have you been involved with it? Since the beginning? Or?
Yeah, it was
your idea.
I started the convention with a friend of mine, and then we, as Vanishing Ink grew, we moved it to a Vanishing Ink deal, so Josh got involved, and now, with that and Magi Fest, I think I've organized 18 conventions now.
Well, that's where I was going then next. Of course, you've been involved with Josh on the Magi Fest. I know that you guys have been partners for a long time, and it sounds like just a great partnership, the way that's kind of worked out, because you've taken the Magi Fest into a new level also with that.
Yeah, and the Magi Fest is getting bigger and better. Like when we started it was a convention that was dwindling. There weren't many young magicians going, and we had to change that, and we've done some really cool things to change it.
What kind of things? Yeah.
This is my favorite one, and it means so much to me because people who have followed mine and Josh's path through magic know that we started when we were very young, and
you still are.
Well, Josh is getting old now. He's like 35.
You're still getting young.
Yeah, I'm young. He's not. And it meant the world to us to go to conventions as young magicians, and we learned so much. But that wasn't happening at Magi Fest, so we decided to change that. We now have a scholarship that we bring in roughly 50 magicians a year, 50 young magicians. So we believe that if you can't afford to go to a convention, if you can't afford to travel or that kind of thing, then you should still have the opportunity. So now every year we bring in at least 50 young magicians to come and enjoy the Magi Fest.
Yeah. And how many people actually then, aside from those 50, will be attending? What have you got?
I think it's like 1,000. It's edging very close to 1,000 now.
Yeah, it's getting closer to like Magic Live type numbers.
Yeah, which is a biannual. So I think we actually have the biggest annual magic convention in the US. I think. Don't quote me on that. But
it's largely, in looking at the IBM, where we have this year probably about 400 registrants, and I'm not sure what the SAM's doing. I'm thinking probably somewhere around 300 or so. So, 1,000 is not just a little bit more. I mean, that's a pretty good size.
But the IBM SAM, though, combined?
We did like 12 or 1,300, I think, the last...
I went to the first one. That was amazing. It was my favorite convention, I think, actually.
It was a great one. This next year, of course, is going to be in Nashville.
Great.
Or is it Louisville? Louisville. I think it's going to be
one of the Bills.
Yeah, it's up there. One of the places. Well, let's see if we got some...
we have some questions.
Questions over here. Let's see. No sound.
Baron has no sound.
Okay. Upcoming books. So, okay. Justin Longshore asks, are there any upcoming books that you can talk about? Anything that you're working on over there, Andy?
Yeah.
Is doing?
This has been a great journey for me, actually. It's like I think it was a 15-hour journey to get here, and I spent the whole time on the plane working on the new Jack Parker book, which is called Explorations. It's another 50, maybe 60 tricks by Jack Parker, who was a friend of mine. He passed away 10 years ago next year, so to honor that, I have a new book coming out with 50 unpublished tricks from Jack. Which is going to be great. I've almost finished a book by a magician called Scott Robertson, who you may know. He's not the most well-known magician, but he is a phenomenal magician. So that's coming out maybe next year as well. And then Vanishing Ink We actually have 10 books that are almost finished, and obviously they'll be staggered.
Yes.
But we have a lot of books coming out over the next
Anything
few
you
years.
can talk about, or like some of the...
The one I've just finished the layout on is by Robertson,
Yes.
which I'm really excited about. That's not the new one, Stand Up Magic. It's another one to come out next year. It's going to come out actually December this year. Scripting Magic by Pete McCabe. We've redesigned that. You can hear Josh, by the way. He's sound checking.
Yeah, sound check, yeah. It's Josh in the background there.
So we have Scripting Magic and Scripting Magic 2 coming out. I'm really excited
That's
about
a
that.
great... The first one was a good book, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and we've redesigned it, and we've added a lot of photos and that kind of thing. So yeah,
Okay.
plenty of books. Books are not dead, that's for sure.
I'm glad to hear that, because there are so many people who are buying things. Well, downloads, for an example. I'm sure you got a lot of those as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
And so people would rather watch rather than read, it seems like. So I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, I think there's an audience for both, and I'm more than happy with that. You know, that in my mind, the best way to teach magic is to use the best medium. So sometimes that's books, sometimes it's DVD or download. So it's all good with me.
Just want to make sure that people are being able to hear this. If you can hear this out there, they said earlier there was a sound problem, so let me know if you guys can hear. If somebody can type me back and say if you're hearing this or not. That looks like we got 6 people who are signed in over there. So let me know if you can hear this or not. There was I can hear. Thank you very much, Erwin. Erwin Roy had written in saying, okay, so good, you're back. Thank you. So I'll edit that part out of the podcast. You guys are not going to hear that little behind the scene over there. But Andy, so this is not your first IBM convention. You're here helping Joshua. And was he in the UK with you and flew over then with you?
No,
You picked him up on the way?
It was just a last minute decision to fly over. Josh and I spend far too little of time together.
I'm sure.
So,
I mean, you talk on Skype every day, I'm sure.
every day for about an hour a day.
Yeah.
But we just haven't hung out for a while, and that's what this is about. So I've not come with any work in mind, and Josh is obviously lecturing here, but that's it. So we just want to hang out.
Yeah.
So he's my best friend, and we just want to have some time together, do some tricks.
Very
so
cool.
that's my sole reason for being here. Although we just worked out that we actually are seeing each other 4 times this month. So
Yeah.
it was in that way a journey that didn't need to be done. But yeah, I'm just here to have fun.
Yep. Now, other conventions you're going to be going to this year. I mean, you went to Blackpool and some of the others. You're going to be coming to Magic Live, I guess.
Magic Live,
yep.
yeah, I'll be here for 1 day at Magic Live. It's my son's birthday on the 2nd day, so I'm flying home for that.
Nice.
It's just kind of crazy flying in for a day, but it should be fun. I'm lecturing at the IBM in the UK, actually, since we're here.
For the British Ring Convention?
British Ring, yep, my first lecture at the IBM, actually, in the UK, so that'll be fun.
You want to say hi, Josh? Just say hi.
Here he is.
That's right. We're kind of doing live.
Is Andy talking about working the British Ring IBM convention? You know that's
Yes, he
not
is.
one, right? He's always wanted to work it, but they've never let him. It's got nothing.
It's nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Yeah, too many conventions. I think it's like one a month I'm doing at the moment, and that's great. I love conventions. Are my favorite part of my job.
I love conventions as well. But now, you're not always a dealer. I mean, Vanishing Ink is always...
Actually, very few. People expect, because we have quite a big online... Hello, person behind us. People think because we have a big online presence, we're at every convention dealing, but you know, we actually do one convention that we don't organise, and that's it, which is Blackpool. So yeah, we rarely have dealer stands, and there's a reason for that.
Why is that?
Me and Josh just love hanging out. So
And when you're behind the booth, you're working.
exactly.
Yeah.
So we just prefer to, instead of standing behind a table performing, demoing tricks, we just hang out and show people tricks. It's much more fun.
Cool. See, we got another question over here. What 10 books do you think a young magician needs to start looking for now?
Should we go for one?
This is Jonathan Allwood. Yeah, okay.
10's a while. This is going to turn into like some kind of online
Okay,
lecture.
yeah.
10's a lot. Let's, well,
Just
the
top
obvious
few,
one,
yeah.
because he's here right now, is of course Josh.
Yeah.
The Complete Course in Magic is
That's awesome.
the genre killer of
It's got a DVD and everything in it, too. Yeah.
it's a brilliant DVD, and the whole book is great.
And not just for young magicians, either.
Oh, I agree. In fact, I bought it for my dad this year for Christmas.
Okay.
It's a great book. So that's the one for young magicians. Other books that I think every magician should read, of course, Books of Wonder are just phenomenal.
Tommy's books.
I've just reread those actually.
What about Strong Magic? You know,
Strong Magic is a perfect book. Now, I prefer of the two, Designing Miracles, actually. But Strong Magic is great to give you an overview of magic. And
Eric Mead's book, I think, is good. The Web.
Yeah, the Web. It's great too. but yeah, Designing Miracles is the book that I guess less people read compared to Strong Magic. But Designing Miracles, to me, is the perfect title for the book because it can really raise your magic a lot more than I think Strong Magic could actually. Once you have a groundwork of knowledge that you find in Strong Magic, Designing Miracles is the book which every magician should read.
Well, I've always recommended Henning Nelm's book of. My mind just went completely blank.
The showmanship one?
Yes, yeah, the magic showmanship. Yeah, Showmanship for magicians.
A little bit.
It's dated.
It's dated.
Yeah.
That was the word I was trying to find a way around.
Yeah.
But yes, it is a bit dated. But you know what? Here's the answer. Whichever book captures your imagination.
Yeah. Well, scripting is good. You're talking about
Scripting magic, it's great. Just whatever book covers the style of magic you're into.
That's a good point.
If you're reading, that's great. You're going to improve your magic.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. So we start to wrap up. Let's see if we got another question over here. Baird Davis asks, "Can you give us any hints for other performances at Magi Fest 2017?"
Yeah, I can not only give you hints, I can tell you the lineup.
Okay, let's do that.
Although this is the test, because when you organize two conventions, you cross them over a lot. There's two guys called the Other Brothers from Las Vegas, and they have really hit the scene hard over the last couple of months, and it's going to be their first convention lecture, and I think it's going to go down a storm. Two very creative magicians who perform a lot, and you can tell that in their work, and I think they're going to be real hits at Magi Fest this year. One of my best friends, Benjamin Earl, who I think is perhaps the world's best card magician, at least the best I've ever seen. He's going to be here. He never lectures, and he never lectures at conventions, but I managed to twist his arm after years of convincing him.
Nice.
So he is going to truly change the way you look at card magic, just because everything he does
What's his
looks
name
so
again?
perfect. Benjamin Earl.
Earl, okay.
Yeah,
I'll watch out for him.
he has some booklets out, has a DVD out, but he just, the best way I can describe him is his sleights have no edges. You know, when you see a lot of people do sleights, there's always like a movement or a moment. Not with him. Everything looks perfect.
No ripple in the
and
pond.
natural. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Who
great.
else?
Who else? You're really testing me. Another friend of mine, Danny Butler, who's a stand-up comedian from the UK.
Okay.
He is great.
John Archer, chocolate humor.
No, very different to John Archer. John Archer is very northern humour, and Danny Butler is very southern humour, which is hard to understand if you're not from the UK. But it's he works a lot of comedy clubs. He's opened up for some massive name comedians in the UK.
Does comedy magic or mainly comedy?
Comedy magic and comedy. I'm trying to think who we've announced because I don't want to say anyone who hasn't
Been announced officially yet.
Here's a general one that you wouldn't expect me to know that much about. I guess kids magic. We have a kids magic lecture by somebody called Christopher T. Magician. You heard of this guy?
Christopher T. No.
I read his book and it's great. It's a book on kids magic and DVD on kids magic. He just has a really original approach to kids magic, and part of what we do is to bring people that you may not have seen before and show them a whole new audience, and he's perfect for that because he just does a very different style of kids magic, very modern, so he'll be great.
Let's see what else we've got over here. Said, can you give any, hints? I'm working libraries now and saw a great kids book by Josh.
Yeah, that's the one we just talked about. The Complete Course of Magic by Josh.
Yeah, very good.
It's great.
All right, well, we start to wrap up over here. Let me ask you, what is your magic word? I think I probably asked you this before, but things change. What is important to your life? What is your mantra? What's your philosophy of life? It could not just a word; it could be a phrase. What's important?
For me personally, it's just to do what I do the best I can. And I realize that's a simple answer, but to me, it's all about just being the best I can.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, Josh. So you're getting ready to leave. So, I mean, his lecture's going to be coming. Where is he? There he is.
Right away.
So that's right. If you guys were here at the convention, you would be able to hear and see Josh at 3 o'clock. So that's it. Thank you guys very much.
Thanks, guys.
Till next
Goodbye.
time. That was Andi Gladwin, and this is Scotty out.
Thanks,
and that's a wrap. Thanks, Andy. See you guys later. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for your questions too. Cheers.